Secretary of State Marco Rubio ordered all US diplomats to return to using the Times New Roman font in official communications.
Very excited about this. Rubio called the adoption of Calibri, liberal, by the Biden administration very wasteful. Per an internal department cable seen by Reuters, Rubio said this: to restore decorum and professionalism to the department's written work, products, and abolish yet another wasteful DEIA program, the department is returning to Times New Roman as its standard typeface.
Rubio's directive under the subject line, Return to Tradition, further said this formatting standard aligns with the President's One Voice for America's Foreign Relations Directive, underscoring the department's responsibility to present a unified, professional voice in all communications.
The Biden administration under Antony Blinken switched to Calibri in 2023. Blinken claimed that the modern sans serif font-like Calibri was more accessible for people with disabilities as it does not have the decorative angular features.
You have strong feelings on this one, Robbie.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Look, I don't hate Calibri. I do like Times New Roman better, and Times New Roman is a more standard font, and I think this move is fine. No DEI fonts being smuggled in here. Of course, there are a lot of other good ones we could try. You never forget your first.
Yeah, this is true, Robbie. Yes.
My first great love.
Yes.
The font that got away. The one I wish I could have spent my whole life with. It's a little font called High Tower Text.
Oh.
Love it. It was available only in previous versions of Microsoft Word.
Okay.
They don't offer it anymore. I wrote my first fantasy novel in the 5th grade in that font. I love her. I'll always think fondly of her, but she's not available anymore.
Well, if we're talking fond fonts,
yes.
I'm a Georgia guy in that respect. I think that's kind of classic. I'm not a fan of sans serif fonts, generally speaking. I'm pro serif or serif or however that's pronounced, and Georgia does have those because I do think it makes the font look a bit more elegant. Times New Roman I find a bit boring.
It is a bit boring. I mean, I would argue government documents should be boring. So it fits the ideology of the page. I have started writing in Google Docs. I don't know what fonts are available on different things. I found a font that I quite like that's a little bit reminiscent of High Tower Text to me called Spectral.
Okay.
That I've been writing in, and it's a great name, Spectral, and I'm really enjoying it. This is a good relationship. It's a really solid relationship for
It's a whole new era for you.
Whole new era.
Font era.
Yeah.
Look, I think that
now our control room.
Yes,
the
they have
maniacs that they are.
feelings.
We're saying papyrus.
Yes, I don't know.
You can't.
We don't think
have documents written, excuse me, in papyrus. You could have a funny little, like a letter.
Yep.
In papyrus. What's the runner-up?
Arial was the runner-up, apparently. I don't know what we think about that either.
Boring.
Yeah, a little bit. Also, our esteemed senior producer, Louis, we had a conversation yesterday because he read the story correctly, firstly, and then misread it and thought that Rubio was getting rid of Times New Roman to bring Calibri in, and Louis was horrified by that.
It is horrifying.
Look,
you can take Calibri out for a night on the town.
Yeah.
You can have a fun time, but are you going to introduce Calibri to your parents? I don't think so. Can you start a family with Calibri? No.
Okay, well, should Marco Rubio...
I'm impugning Calibri's values. That's what I'm doing.
Just to bring us back into a vaguely serious orbit here, is this something that Marco Rubio should really be spending his time worrying about in the middle of, a world of flame?
It took 6 seconds. It's fine.
The argument for... Now, I was not aware of this until this whole heated debate erupted. The argument for Calibri is that I guess the suggestion is that people with dyslexia find the lack of serifs there, as you can see on the screen, and the slightly bigger spacing easier to read and less confusing, less overwhelming than serif fonts like Times New Roman.
I don't know. I should ask my fiance who speaks very good English, but learned that as a second language. What if there's some difference in
Yeah, clarity.
Mandarin is his native language, so find out if there's some difference there. I guess I should find that out.
Well, and report back your findings. This is what we need to know. We need to know where people stand on these fonts and what should be sufficiently official.
Comic Sans, that's a terrible one.
I feel that one gets constantly mocked. That, to you, extend your analogy, that's like the girl at school who gets like made fun of all the time for like being a bit weird.
Yeah,
right?
Just keep it away from my kids, you know?
Yeah.
You can use whatever fonts you want within the privacy of your own home. But I don't want my kids exposed to it, the radical font ideology of these various people.
What I'm now going to look into after we're done is whether Reason has some like libertarian leaning. I don't know what your font is, and I don't actually know what the Hills is either.
I don't know what the Hills is either.
Yeah.
I like what we use. Is it maybe? It's not Calibri. It's definitely not Calibri.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. So.
Well, that was a fun discussion. Hope you enjoyed it. And it does it for us today on Rising Live. Look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way later today. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Hills YouTube channel so you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you can find podcasts. We will see you much later. Take care.